Hey guys, welcome to the next tutorial here on the Ducttapestuff channel. In this tutorial I'm actually going to go over how to use Velcro in your wallets and stuff that's like Velcro, because a lot of people use Velcro in their wallets just to keep things closed as well as in other items, just to make sure that things stay closed rather than using just duct tape to stick something down. So that's what we're going to be going over in this tutorial, how to use Velcro and different kinds of Velcro. And I got a request that you wear my gloves when I complete them for this tutorial, so that's what we're going to be doing. So I'm going to show you my gloves as I'm showing you the Velcro and stuff here. So let's get started here on how to use Velcro and stuff that's like Velcro. Alright, so before we get started here, both of these things I'm going to show you today can be found at Walmart. That's where I got both of these. That's pretty much where you can get Velcro and stuff like that when you're sticking stuff together and then you can put on your wallets. We're first going to start off with this thing called Scotch Fasteners, which I found at Walmart a while back. And basically this isn't really Velcro. They come in a package just like this. And I'll try to give you a closer look here. They're actually, instead of having like fibers and hooks like Velcro has, these are actually like little, I'm almost like little antenna. They're like a little wire, and then it's got a little ball on the end. And basically what this is that all these strips are exactly the same. They're all the same pattern. And basically what you do is you stick, obviously these two things onto a surface, and then you stick these together. You push them together as hard as you can, and they kind of snap into place. Just like that. And they are extremely hard to get off once you actually stick them together. It says around the package that each inch holds about 2 pounds, and they pretty much aren't kidding about that. On the back here it actually shows them using it on a fire extinguisher to hold a fire extinguisher up and a smoke detector. So obviously built for something that's a lot heavier, a lot more sturdy. I tried to use these on a few of the wallets just because I thought it would really hold up, but the fact is that they're extremely thick. I don't know if you can see that, but with the antenna on here, that's what I'm going to call them, and the adhesive on the back, it actually makes them really thick. And the fact that they are so hard to peel up, when you start to say you had them on a bifold wallet and you try to open your bifold wallet, it almost peels the entire thing off the wallet because this adhesive doesn't really stick to the duct tape too well. I'm sure if it was like any other surface it would probably work out okay, but with duct tape the adhesive just doesn't stick, so this kind of fastener doesn't really work too well for using it on duct tape. So if you guys do see this at Walmart, you can try it out for certain projects, but I really wouldn't recommend using it in place of Velcro just because it is a lot stronger. It's made for a lot heavier materials and stuff like that, and it won't exactly work out too well when you try to rip it up, because you'll probably end up ripping the actual adhesive right off the wallet instead. So that's how on these Scotch Fasteners, and there's probably a few other designs like that out on the market, so you'll probably be able to find those. The next thing we're going to talk about is actual Velcro. And this is just a small package I got at Walmart. It's got, obviously, like I showed you in my glove tutorial, these are the simple circles, but you can get like rectangles in different shapes and stuff like that. As you know, Velcro consists of two parts. You have the hooks, which is on this side here, and then you have the actual fibers, which obviously latch onto those hooks. Now, if you'll notice, I'll rip one of these up here. You can tell that these are much thinner than these other sheets I showed you earlier, and these work a lot better for the wallets and stuff like that when you're trying to stick them down. So let's give you a brief demonstration on how to use these Velcro strips. I used a while back, I made this tuxedo wallet here, and I don't know if you guys remember, but I had a lot of trouble closing just because there's a lot of duct tape here and it was kind of trying to fold it down. I eventually put a heavy book on it after I stuck this small piece of Velcro on here. You see, you got the fiber piece there, and then the hook part there, and as you can tell, it folds out perfectly, and then you stick it down, and it doesn't have any problems. If I had these fasteners on here, which I actually did originally, I had this tiny little piece, not only was this sticking up like a lot farther because it was so thick, but also because when I tried to yank it up, I would take this part, would actually unstick itself and end up on this part over here. So that didn't work out too well at all. So Velcro is obviously the best way to go with this. So you can use like Velcro on your wallets, like stuff like that. You can also use it on clothing, like I showed you my glove tutorial. I used it on my gloves here. I have a small piece of Velcro down here on the bottom. This was the first glove I made in that video, and obviously my second glove I made here, I have a small piece here on the bottom as well to hold that on. And there is enough room, like I said in the tutorial, to have 2 here. I decided to go with 1 because that seems to work out well. I could obviously add 2 if I wanted to. Now, the trick is when you are applying Velcro, there is actually a method to applying it. You just don't take like the 2 pieces, stick them where you want to, and then fold it together. You actually figure out where you want the Velcro to fold first. So for example, for this tuxedo wallet, obviously where it folds like that, I want the Velcro to be somewhere around this area here. So what you do first is I take the fabric part here, not the hook part. I stick that where I want it on here. I don't stick this down yet. Pretend this isn't here. Then I push it over here and I eyeball it as to where it's going to meet the other Velcro piece that hasn't been attached yet. So if it ends up like right about here, I know that's where I'm going to stick the hook part inside the wallet. So I stick it like that. I take the hook part here, and then I stick that down right there. And hopefully, if you did it correctly and you eyeballed it correctly, when you fold it together, it sticks on it perfectly, dead on. And you don't have to like wrestle with it all trying to get it to stick down and line up perfectly on top of that Velcro piece that's already there. So that's just a few tips on how to work with Velcro. Obviously, there are a lot of different applications that you can use Velcro for. A lot of different wallets you can use. Obviously, the gloves here I just showed you. Pretty much any duct tape creation where you want to stay closed, that has like a tendency to pop open, like say a woman's wallet or a purse or anything like that. Anything that has a tendency to pop open, you can use, or if you don't want to lose anything, you can use Velcro on to make sure that it stays closed. It doesn't take much, just a little bit of these 2 little circles will be enough to hold a decent piece of duct tape in place. So that's just a small tutorial on how to use Velcro and stuff like that in your creations, in your duct tape creations. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Subscribe if you want to. There will be more tutorials coming in the future, so take care. I'll see you guys next time. Become a part of the Duct Tape Empire today.